Okay, hi, how you doing? My name's Gary. My handle on YouTube is I Will Be Durned. So, it's October 10th, 2009. It's 16:05, which is 5 minutes after 4 right now. The reason for this video is I want to publicly thank the students of Beatty High School in Beatty, Nevada for their concern, care, their generosity, and for the effort and everything that they have done for me and my family during the terrible time of my wife's death. They took up a collection, got up quite a bit of money for me, and what it did was took care of at least 1/4 of the arrangements I had to make for my wife. And high accolades should be heaped upon their names. They are a credit to the community of Beatty, to the state of Nevada, and American society as a whole. They've shown what we are truly made of, and I thank them from the bottom of my heart. They made a big giant card for us that was just absolutely fabulous. To be really God's honest with you, I don't know how I would have made it without their efforts. They are a fine bunch of young men and women, and like I said, accolades should be heaped highly upon their name. They do deserve it. So, on we go. What had happened was, well, let me check the time. Okay, I got plenty of time. On 18 May 2009, in the early morning hours, my daughter had woken me up in the living room to tell me that my wife, her mother, was having problems breathing. Excuse me. And so I had got up. This is about 12:30, just to get the timeline going. 12:30, I had woken up and checked her out, and she was having some trouble breathing. My daughter Jessica said that I'm calling 911, and I said, okay, go ahead. While that was occurring, and my daughter was calling 911 and attending to her mother, I was getting ready to go because we knew, being in Beatty, with the clinic unavailable now, which is going to be an issue that I will discuss in this video, that we have to be evac'd, as it were, take an ambulance ride over an hour and a half to seek medical aid now that we can't get the clinic open in the night. We called the ambulance came, and they came in, they attended to her the best they could. I can't really speak ill of these people. They are volunteers, and there's very few people here, and they did what they could here at the house, which is another issue I will discuss. Then they had attended her. They made the determination that she should be ambulanced to better facilities. Now, the better facilities, besides the clinic that I will show you that is right out my door, I can, well, no, I'd have to be a heck of a thrower, but you can see the writing on the wall. It's not but 90 seconds in a car or ambulance from my home. Due to I don't know what, finances, healthcare debate, whatever you guys got, the clinic was closed and was not accessible to us in the night. Now, this clinic is the only medical facility within 77 miles of my location. There is another clinic down in the Amargosa Valley, but I would give it 35 miles. 35 miles away, better than a half an hour. I'm not sure of the status of that clinic, whether it's open in the night or not. Obviously not. Now, we had picked her up from the couch. Now, we'll probably take a little tour here. If I have time, let me check. Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm going good. Me and the ambulance attendant, I guess you'd call him, had to help her up, pick her up, and walk her to the door. At the door, I don't know if it was lost consciousness, but she went limp on her hands. I don't know if she made it out the door or not, or If that was the moment in time, then I would be glad, because then she passed in my hands. So, we got her onto the gurney, and we loaded her into the ambulance. Got her in, they got going. Out here, I have to take my car because I need a ride back. It's 80 miles away, one way from the E-room that we have to use because there's no clinic. Got her in there, they took off, and I took off right after her. Now, given that it's an ambulance, there's just no hope of keeping up with it, so I just went ahead thinking that she was in good hands and everything will be okay. So, as I go down, 1/2 hour down 95, there's a place called Lathrop Wells. At Lathrop Wells, I looked over to the side of the road, or the left side of the road, going south. I was going south. A bunch of emergency vehicles were gathered there, and I'm talking 1:30 in the morning by now. I'm wondering, well, is that something to do with me? Is it my concern? But being that I was in a hurry, and that if I went over to that position or place where this activity was occurring, I would be in the way. Plus, I had other concerns. So, what I did was I continued on. I got into Pahrump. Excuse me. I got into Pahrump to the emergency room and inquired inside, where's my wife? There was the ambulance, this and that, and they had no idea of what I was talking about, essentially. So, there's another clinic. There's another clinic, also in Pahrump, which is where the hospital is, that I had went to. Now, at that clinic is where the Flight for Life is based. I got there the same time Flight for Life did. Now, when I was there, the clinic was closed. And I'm wondering, why would Flight for Life land at a clinic that's closed? Oh, shucks, can't do that. Hang on. So, they're looking at me kind of strangely. That's my son. He just came in. I expected to do this alone. And, so, at that point in time, I called the sheriff in my town of Beatty. And they didn't really have a lot of information for me. They said that they would call a sheriff in Pahrump to come and talk to me. And I thought, well, that's strange. Is he coming over to give me directions to yet a third location where this would occur, where my wife would be taken? So when the sheriff got there, that's when he informed me that my wife had passed away. And, well, let's see what time it is. Okay, I've got plenty of time. Let me show you something. Let me show you the injustice of this situation. Here we go. Excuse the hand, sorry. Now here we go. This is my house. Let me go ahead and